Shabbat Shalom. I was supposed to be doing a different video, but for some reason I'm going to do this one. And it's a video about true repentance. Short story. A couple of months ago, uh, a sister and I got into somewhat of an altercation. YouTube is pretty big, but in certain communities, you run into the same people. Um, you get forwarded the same videos, you comment on the same videos, people comment on your videos. Anyway, this particular sister, she commented on a few of my videos, and I saw her on other videos, her comments. And at that time, in my eyes, uh, they seemed very one-dimensional, um, typically about the black man, um, about how black men aren't doing anything, um, black men need to get themselves together, stop dating these other women, you know. And it didn't offend me personally, but at that particular time, I was aware of a lot of us starting to, wake up somewhat. Uh, and I didn't think it was, I don't know, I thought it was counterproductive. Um, kind of like any situation, whether you're male or female, and you're trying to look at yourself and you're trying to change some things about yourself. It's kind of hard to do when you have, somebody in your face doing this. It makes you rebellious in a way. It makes you not want to, just to get them to shut up. And the conversation didn't go well at all. And we ended up just like we started, in our separate little corners, instead of like this, like we should have been as family. So at that time, there's no love lost between, I didn't feel bad. I'm sure she didn't feel bad. We both felt justified in our, argument, so to speak. The same argument that's been playing out between us, symbolically, for hundreds of years. And both sides of this argument have been reading the script provided for them faithfully. Last couple months, I've grown a whole lot. But the other day, perhaps was last night or the day before, we hadn't spoken, but she sent me a message. And this message was a video. And the video contained some brothers, I presume, who were apologizing to females in general for things they felt they'd done. Now, I'm never knocking that. If you feel like you need to do that, by all means, I'm not here judging anybody. I can't possibly. Excuse me. But it was her message that made my eyebrow go, for real. The message was, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what brothers need to be doing, repenting and stop blaming the woman. And, my mind rewound all of it. Like 2 months ago, we were having this discussion. And now 2 months later, you're still having this discussion. And it boggled my mind. First of all, for me personally, I'm not going to feel justified in any way if I turn on a video with a sister apologizing to black men, a sister that I've never met, who's never done anything to me personally, so who is basically just symbolic of herself because she doesn't represent all sisters. I don't see how that would make me feel good personally. For some, apparently, it does. In my experience, though, well, first, my response to her was, well, I'm happy you finally got somebody to say the words that you wanted to hear. And it dawned on me. When, I came out of the darkness, so to speak, when I started really seeing things for what they are, started realizing who I really am, um, and who we really are. When light shines on you, you see yourself for the first time, especially if you've been in the dark all your life. You see yourself the way the person shining the light sees you. And for me, that was a horrible experience because, yeah, I was taught right from wrong. And yeah, I knew all the bad things that things that were taught to me that were bad that I did anyway. But on top of that were all the things that I thought were good, like the false religion, the false gods, the false holidays, the very things that the Creator told us not to do. And all that together, I was, it was, it was bad. I just felt, there isn't really a word. But at the same time, it was an amazing experience because all this time while I was doing all these stupid, foolish, ignorant, rebellious things, it was still there. Something I can't really wrap my brain around, but I'm grateful for. And at that moment, I really realized, and going forward, there's no possible way I could blame anybody for anything they've done to me because he could have left me there in that darkness. But instead, in spite of me, he opened my eyes. I think it's a concept that we need to get really fast. True repentance isn't about preserved injustice against us, things that we've, you know, perceived, I should say. But it's about us looking at ourselves the way He has seen us for all of this time and realizing just how far we've fallen from Him. And we should really be spending our time trying to get back. In consequent conversations I've had with other sisters, we don't have this problem because I'm looking at the Most High. I'm trying to get there, and she's trying to get there, and other brothers are trying to get there. Consequently, we're all on one accord when we talk. If you don't get anything else from this video, understand this. The way you judge other people, the way I judge other people, will be the way the Most High judges us. I don't think we really want the Most High judging us according to our deeds, because there's no way at this late date we can ever repay all the things we've done. So perhaps we should look at other people in the same way. Or stop looking at other people, period, pointing our fingers. Instead, look in a mirror and change our own ways. During this time in our history, we are supposed to be repenting, not accusing. Repenting for the sins of our fathers and our own sins, and returning back to the Most High. That's true repentance. Just a thought. Shalom.